Hello,
Hello.
everyone, and welcome to the Thursday temperature check. It is 31 seconds past. We're right on schedule for a pie performance. Anyways, hope that everything is going well. My name is Ben Klein. I'm the owner of Geek Proposals and the chief recipe officer here at Pie. With me today is the absolutely fabulous Rachelle Ray, owner of RMR Consulting, and the chief baker's officer at Pie. Hi, Rachelle.
Hey Ben,
How are you?
how's it going?
I'm sick.
So sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the season.
Yeah.
Poop and desperately trying to find time to nap, I
Yeah.
think.
I do need time to nap. And you know, all these random procurements, like procurement officers just trying to shove things in at the last minute. And I feel for them. My suspicion is they're like, hey, this isn't how we would like to run our procurements either, but due to executives not paying attention or like different priorities, suddenly it's like everything's a scramble. Literally received a bid where they wanted it for 7 days, and we told the salesperson, hey, this is like below our SLA of like responding to a bid. And the salesperson pushed that back, and the procurement officer sent it out to January 7th. And I'm like, well, that's very nice, like from their point of view. But when I actually looked at it, that really only adds like 5 business days.
I was
Because
just gonna say, because of holidays and time off, and yeah, that's absolutely nothing.
yeah, the fact that like Christmas falls midweek and so does the New Year's, you just know that people are going to be like, I'm taking an extra day here or there to like make super long weekends. And
The 7th sounds like it's a whole week into January, but it's the first like Tuesday that we're all back.
yeah,
So we'll all literally have only been in the office, hopefully, for like a day.
yeah.
Wow.
100%. Anyway, so I had a good laugh. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. So today I'm hoping that we could talk about a few things. One, I did get the problem solved with Mac OS Sequoia for those of you who are Mac users out there, and screen sharing. We solved that problem. So today we are actually going to revisit Midjourney and also ChatGPT for graphics. We'll tease out the fact that there is a new contender in the OpenAI pantheon. But first, before we go to that, though, I want to talk about an initiative that we have in January. Yeah? Okay. So we will be hosting our first ever town hall January 15th at 9:30 Pacific time, so 12:30 Eastern time. I want to do like all of my all of my number conversions, and I don't know what that is. So it'd be 1700, so 3 or 5 o'clock UK time, and that's as far as I'm gonna go. Like, yeah,
We're close enough. It is late
yeah,
afternoon, UK time.
yeah. It's late afternoon, but anyways, we'll be holding our first ever town hall, and for this one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be seeking information from y'all, the community, about what you want to do for this year's RFWin, because our speakers have asked, like, hey, before you go sourcing speakers, like why don't you tell us what the community wants to learn? And we're like, that's a brilliant idea. Like, let's put the horse before the cart instead of the other way around.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's been working so far, but
So if you're on our mailing list, we've already sent out an initial survey and stuff like that, but we'll discuss those at the town hall. But this is a chance for you to in an open forum, just discuss what you're concerned about the industry and what you'd like to hear about, what you'd like to learn about, and we will source those speakers. We had Dr. Guillaume Joseph last year, just an absolutely fabulous woman talking about what is happening in tech in the federal government and the concerns that they have over the use of tech and everything like that. We were able to get Chris Basila, who talked about AI strategies inside. And honestly, that is a pretty common thing. If I can share my screen for a second. It so worked. Now, admittedly, we've only had 9 responses to the email that we sent out so far. What we asked about was, how do you like to learn? So, it's like, do you like panels, which appears to be one of the overwhelming opinions? Would you like a workshop like we did with Fenwick on writing and everything like that? Would you like a lecture where an expert kind of just goes through something that they feel very comfortable with, or a keynote speech, or an interview with an expert? So where someone who has enough knowledge in the industry is kind of talking to you and drawing out that information that's important to you from that expert. but yeah, anyways, and then we asked some questions about what would be a perfect session for you. And Rachelle, I don't know if this makes you happy or not. The very first one that was responded to was InDesign. Uh,
It does make me happy because I already have a plan in mind for that, and so this just validated that it is needed. It was a session I wanted in RFWin last year, and I had a conflict with the person I was going to bring in.
yeah.
So hopefully I can lock her down this year.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And this is one that I saw too, and I kind of want to reach out to this person again. Like obviously we're not going to expose emails inside of this call, um, but a mock proposal run. Like I am curious whether that is from their point of view. Do they actually want us to like run through an entire proposal in an hour, or 2 hours, or like multiple sessions where we like, and now we're doing ingestion, and now we're doing sending it out to people, and now we're collecting answers. Like I'm curious what they want out of that, because I would be into providing something along those lines. And with 6 months to go, I suspect that we could generate some interesting information for them in that area. Like we could create anonymized data based on a former bid or something like that. Just like pull out all the customer data, all the identifiers, and yeah, and really give people like an interesting insight into how other people run proposals or something like that. So yeah,
Excellent suggestion.
excellent suggestions. Yeah, lots of stuff. And then we also broke it out. Like we do have different tracks inside of it. And like for ingredients, the real theme appears to be AI. There is some stuff here about building out global teams. So there are people who are like looking at their multinational organizations. I have one of my clients who is looking at becoming kind of a something similar to a follow the sun model globally. So that has been a little bit of a perennial favorite. We brought in Robin in the past to help people talk about global teams because he's run multiple global teams throughout the world. But maybe we source out to someone else like a Julie McCoy or something like that from DocuSign. Yeah, just interesting things. But AI is the winner. Of course, InDesign got its spot there again, Rachelle.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Dr.
again, like you and Roxy, like have really been carrying the InDesign torch for Pi and like solving all of our InDesign questions. So clearly,
Roxy
yeah,
for her knowledge on Adobe. Also, Stephen, Stephen Alvarez. So
yeah. But definitely, so AI prompts and AI for graphic design. As a matter of fact, we'll touch on that today. Some stuff around that because definitely I have been using AI a little bit more in these cases. So yeah, all right, and then AI business case in action, sure, and then kitchen sink. So this is for our consultants. Um, yeah, this is usual stuff. Effective or techniques for market analysis. How to find more opportunities with limited personal resources. That's always a challenge. Like Rachelle, I think that you sort of have like an existing relationship with a number of firms, and you sort of just are you word of mouth for the most part?
yes,
Yeah.
100% word of mouth. That's how I started. I
Yep.
emailed literally every person I knew.
Fair enough.
Hey, you know me, trust me, let's go.
Yeah, fair enough. It was almost the same for me. Mine is very much like if I've been working with someone for a while in a proposal shop, and when they leave the company for whatever reason, I reach out to them immediately on LinkedIn and invite them to lunch. And then I've planted enough of those lunches that like someone remembers me and brings me into their organization at a later date. So
I love it.
that's been the business development for me. But maybe there are people with more more traditional approaches. uh, but yeah, so bakers support. What do you need in your career and stuff like that? Lots of people here asking for things. Is there a way, like this one is kind of funny, we have this as a common one all the time, understanding the path to career growth in proposal roles. It can feel like you are one level, like you get hired as a proposal manager and maybe the raises are there, but like the responsibility never increases, the type of work never increases, like, or let me rephrase that, not that the amount of work tends to increase, and maybe like the actual pressure that's on you tends to increase, but the actual like change in job dynamics really doesn't. And a lot of people have asked in the past, like, hey, do I need to make a lateral jump to something else? Is there like, do I need to like create career progression inside my organization? So we've had questions on that before, but yeah, we can definitely find sources for that. And then proposal process. So how to adjust your existing processes in order to scale and volume? Sure. Again, for single person shops, this is a biggie. If your company is not pursuing enough deals, how do you confidently go to more deals instead of just like, and not just in the way of like shotgunning approaching, but being deliberate. Like, do you have a sales team that like will make enough relationships so that you're not getting cold bids and stuff like that? So yeah, good stuff. Again, just in general, I'm always pretty impressed with the Pi community about their thoughtfulness about the things that are concerning to people. And then we asked like, hey, if we were going to offer an early bird. So typically we offer an early bird discount of, I think it's like $5 or $10 or something like that. But if we were going to do something different this year, like, is there some additional options and stuff like that? And so interestingly, people are like, well, could you give those super discount? And of course, Rachelle, your immediate comment to this was like, it's free for paid members. Have you thought about becoming a paid member?
We packed 2 days of amazing content that
Yeah.
you can record, like rewatch at your leisure, because we know you're proposal professionals and attending a 2-day conference can be difficult. For
Yeah,
free.
for free.
Remember, what more discount do you want? Y'all just come play with us.
Yeah, come hang out in our community, ladies and gentlemen. But
The kitchen is open. We're baking up some great stuff,
yeah,
and you get the conference for free. So that's your super discount, is
yeah.
a free conference and then a bunch of extra stuff in the community.
Hey, listen, we know, this is probably a sign that there's still some reluctance to make the jump to becoming a Pi member, but hey, jump
Or
on in.
maybe I haven't marketed this properly. If you did not know that our virtual conference is free to you as a paid member, uh, let's clarify that right now.
Yeah,
So I know we'll be talking about a lot next year.
fair enough. Fair enough. And so we also had kind of an equal response for people looking for swag, someone wanting an exclusive education session, and then maybe a special networking option. So, really fantastic views from people on things that we could do to make the conference more interesting for you. So, yeah, super excited. So if you haven't responded to that email, dig it out. If not, I am sending it out on Monday again next week. And I will continue to send it out leading up to the panel, or sorry, not the panel, but the town hall that'll happen on the 15th of January. So mark it down. Come hang out with us. Book some time off. Tell your company that you're taking lunch at 12:30 Eastern time or wherever it is, and come hang out with us and let your voice known. Honestly, when communities like ours tend to start town halls, and I try to set expectations with myself personally. They usually start very small and then they grow very large, right? Like when the Vancouver Ultimate Board, which is one of the sports groups that I was with, when they did their first town hall many moons ago, they said that the attendance was like 8 people. And now at their captains meeting that they have every year, there are like 200 or 300 captains that show up and make their voices heard about like spirit of the game and good athletics and and what we want to do for like kids out there and stuff like that. Like, it's just an amazing community that has grown up out of it. So I'm hoping that we could do the same here for Pi and create some real ownership from all of you. So anyways, great times. So with that in mind, if you were here for our session last time, I had promised that I would show people Midjourney, and then I was unable to share. But as you could see, I just was able to share my screen. So with that in mind, let's bring up some Midjourney and go through that. Have you seen this tool before?
I've seen Midjourney before. I've never gotten to play with it.
Okay. So this is actually my wife's Midjourney account, so you'll see her name.
Excellent. Love it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm so excited for this. I was so crushed last week.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So Midjourney works through a program called Discord. So you actually have to sign up on Midjourney's website. So you can just search Midjourney AI image generator, and then it will give you kind of a way to log in to the Midjourney bot on Discord, and then you can either get the free service, which is very slow, or you can get the paid service, which is a little bit faster. So, what is the image that we always try to show? I want, and I should probably like formalize
You
this.
are not sharing Midjourney, just so you know.
Oh, I'm not.
You
Oh,
are not. You're showing the backstage of temperature check.
no. Okay, hold on then. Let me stop. Oh, is this where I'm going to mess this up again? Let's not. Stop
This
screen.
is my opportunity to finally make a dig at
Don't
Matt
don't do it. Don't do it.
because my PC has not had these issues. Knock on wood.
Okay. So it says share this window, but I don't want to share this window. I want to share the program. Is it not going to let me share the program? What are you seeing right now?
Midjourney bot. Yay! Okay.
All right. See, we're solving issues. Anyways, so this is the Midjourney bot, and let me show you how it works. So the first prompt that we're going to put in is, I want an image of a mobile device in the field, or sorry, a mobile device being held by a person with data going up into a cloud and then data coming down to a company's servers. Okay, it's the prompt that I always want to create. So, oh, and sorry, you have to use backslash commands for these. So it is imagine is the prompt, or yeah, is it? It's imagine. Yeah.
Which are in the right-hand sidebar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's the prompt and click. And there are other options here too, right? Describe info. So you can actually upload an image and you can ask it to describe the image into a prompt so that you can like iterate on that. So if you know an image that you want to change, you can ask this Midjourney bot to kind of calculate it, and then it will give you a prompt, and then you can mess around with that prompt and kind of iterate on an image that you already have out there. So for example, for one of my clients, I was trying to create something so that we could send something out to the SMEs. So I was asking it to evaluate that. Anyways, all right. So it's created images.
All right.
And again, this is probably a little bit it's not really doing what I want, right? Like it's not really creating what I want. Because it's too much of focus on the cloud, too little focus on going down to customer service. So maybe I need to be more specific in my prompt, right?
I wonder
Yeah.
if we're going to at some point have to like mock up what this looks like
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'm having trouble describing it to the computer. But I wonder if we like gave it a really simple like here's the phone, here's the cloud, here's where it's coming from. I'd really be curious how it would describe it, and then
Sure.
we could layer in that
I want a
the fun
phone
stuff.
with an arrow representing data going up into a cloud, and then another arrow representing data moving to a company's computers, servers, somewhere else. I'm curious whether it will work. I really want to get like a mildly good image, because then I can demonstrate how you iterate with Midjourney. So 22%. It does take a little bit. And 30.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see it gives you a progression. Like I'm paying for the fast service. So a little bit closer.
I like that we went like neon, totally different vibe here. This is great.
Yeah. So what you'll see at the bottom of the screen, there are U and then V, right? So the U indicates like take an image and then upscale it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. and you can just select one of these and ask it to like upscale it. So it'll take one image and it'll make another series of variations, but all with roughly the same qualities of the original image. Or you can ask it to vary the image. So like take this, the criteria inside here, and like add some additional context. And so it'll generate 4 more images that are roughly the same as this, right? But like will have some of the characteristics, but be slightly different. So this is a way of you like being able to like quickly sort through things. So for example, when I was trying to make something for the baker's dozen, right? I was like, oh, this is an initial image that I got. Can you make something better? And so I would vary the image, and then it would try to like create something a little bit different and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, well, I want something even more. And then then I asked it to like describe. So in this case, I fed it back one of its images to it, and I said like, please describe what you're seeing. And so it did. And then I used those prompts to create even more images, right? So there's this interesting like feedback mechanism that occurs in here. But from a business perspective, if I click V4 right now, it'll just kind of show off. So variations, strong by Genered.
Okay.
And so it'll give me 4 other examples. So it's not 100% perfect, but if you do have an image, so one of the great things about it is this describe tool, and maybe I should quickly find an image for it. But if you click on describe, for example, and you take an image, then you can get that prompt. So if you have an image in one of your previous bids that you're wanting to replicate a little bit, you can ask it to describe it and then feed it back into itself a little bit to get some variety. And do I have an image that's fairly safe right now? That is the question. Like,
How does Midjourney do with text? Out of
how does it?
curiosity. Like
Not
text and imagery.
not so well.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's do something else then. Do you want to imagine text?
Sure. Do
Okay.
something simple, like a book with the title.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see how it's gonna go.
Give me an example of the pie proposal industry experts recipe book for a good proposal. It should have colors like pinks and purples on the cover and a clear text that can be read.
Excellent. I feel like Dolly is getting slightly better, but you can still tell when the text is AI generated. Firefly is hit or miss. Ideogram is still the most consistent to me. So
Yeah.
I was really curious because you never see people talking about the text in
And you can see like it flipped it entirely. Like there
these
is
are beautiful books,
sure, but no text. So
but no text.
let's do that. And let's go to ChatGPT. Am I sharing? I'm not.
We're still on Midjourney.
Yeah, okay, so remove, stop screen, present, share screen. Always a little bit scary when I do this. Okay, so if we go to ChatGPT, make an image of, so same prompt,
Whoa.
right? So didn't spell expert right.
No extra.
Didn't spell proposal right. Always seems to have trouble with proposal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why, because you literally give it the word, but it's like it's sounding it out almost like a child. It's I'm fascinated by the way AI works and things.
Sure. Like again, recipe book for a good proposal. Like it's taking the exact text, right? But
Yeah.
for some reason it's not taking that A But like honestly, that's pretty decent. Like I could iterate on that, but of course I could never put this into a bid because there's a misspelling. So is there a way for me, like, could I say to it, that image is great. The word proposal needs to be replaced with proposal.
I like Zoe pointed out that it did spell proposal correctly in two other places. So at the top and the bottom, it is right.
Yeah, fair enough. But the problem is by even giving it this, so yeah.
Proxel. No, we went backwards.
Still, good book. Good book. Yeah,
All right.
it's just tough. Like it honestly, again, this is like it's not strong enough in text to really feel confident that it could submit it. Like I would almost ask it to make the book without text, and then like try to place the text on in some other tool,
Right.
like make something. I mean, in Canva or something like that for text, and then like slather it on there somehow. I don't know. I don't feel confident that it would ever create the correct book, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it hasn't gotten there yet. But again, ideogram. Pretty darn good.
But you made a discovery this week for ChatGPT. They have a new tool.
Yes. So you might have heard that OpenAI was working on a video tool.
Yeah.
It made a lot of waves a few months ago. Sora put out some really pretty stuff. They were like betaing with a few select people, all paying ChatGPT Plus members and whatever the like new $200 a month club is. Now have access to Sora and you can go play. So it's separate from ChatGPT. You have to go to like the Sora.com website and sign up, but it's your same OpenAI login. And then you get to start making 5-second video clips is the cap right now. But you can play with like their storyboarding features. You can look at what other people have done and iterate and remix and blend.
Oh my.
That's creepy. I do not like that.
Yeah, mushroom
I
headed
do
people.
like this.
Sure, jellyfish in the air. Why not?
Fun.
All right.
Cute.
So if I click start now, oh, and then yeah, my login. Oh, welcome back. Yes, thank you. There you go. Everyone just got my personal email in this call. Go crazy. Reach reach out to me. It's asking for my birthday. Now you're gonna get my birthday. I'm
Oh,
not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of my age, everyone. Oh, wow, it's asking for a lot.
I mean, one of them was just continue.
Yeah. Okay. I don't need to explore the feed. All right. Oh, so look at this. So now describe my video. What do you want?
I haven't played with it yet. I literally just saw that it was available. I signed up to grab my spot to make
Yeah.
sure it didn't run out because people were having trouble with that.
Okay.
And this is as far as I've gotten.
All right.
So
Then you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save it for another session. So, all right. Perfect. Oh my goodness, we're almost at time, and I haven't even told a Tales from the Pitch yet. But so we'll have to skip that for next time. So we have the holiday episode is the last Tales from the Pitch this year. That's coming next week. It may or may not be a little bit earlier. We have a scheduling conflict, but we'll work that out and let you all know as quickly as possible. But yeah, hopefully you're going into this weekend taking care of yourself. I know that I am going to try to put my proposals to bed. So that I get healthy over the weekend and stuff like that, and go into the holidays in relatively good spirits. But y'all look after yourselves out there, and have a great weekend. Is there anything else we need to touch base on, Rachelle?
nope, nope, nope. I was just gonna emphasize the self-care, take care, y'all.
All right.
And kill Ben in the process. I'm so sorry.
All right. Y'all take care now. Thanks so much for showing up.